Hey guys, welcome to Oxman Garage, and in this video I'm going to help you try and diagnose a throttle body code, which is the P2135, the P0223, and the P0122. And if you get a code like that, most likely it's something to do with your drive-by-wire throttle body or accelerator pedal, or something with a PCM, or it might be the wiring and your harness that's talking with the throttle body to the accelerator pedal to the PCM, which is your computer that runs your engine and whatnot. So just a couple things to look for. One, it could be your throttle body. So inside your throttle body, you got two throttle position sensors that talk to each other. So whenever you're depressing your accelerator pedal, it's going to open up the blade, and they're going to have two sensors in here, your two TPS sensors, and they're talking to each other, and there's like a value of voltage where they talk to each other. And if one of them is bad and the voltage value is not in spec, then it's going to throw one of those codes. So if you have one of those codes, it could be your throttle body, or it could be your accelerator pedal. So on your accelerator pedal, you're going to have a sensor in here. So when you depress your accelerator, you put your foot down on the gas, there's going to be a sensor in here that has a value, and in those pins it's sending a signal to the PCM, which is sending a PCM signal to the throttle body to open it. So if that sensor is bad, then it's going to probably throw one of those codes. So the third thing you want to check for is the wiring. So you have wiring that goes from the throttle body, from the accelerator pedal to the throttle body to the PCM. So when you're pulling the stuff off, look at the pins inside the connector. Do you see corrosion? Do you see, like, on the wire, is it like broken off as an open right there? You have a short somewhere. So you just want to check all your pins, and you just want to, check all that stuff. So the fourth thing that you want to check is your PCM. So in your car, you're going to have a computer that is going to run the whole package, right? So most of the time, it's either going to be a throttle body or the accelerator pedal or the harness. It's very rarely that you'll have to mess with your PCM, but it has happened where the PCM has gone bad and you need to, probably buy a new PCM. But the best thing you can do right now is try and diagnose the first three things, either the throttle body, the accelerator pedal, or the wiring. So I'm going to show you how to check those. So this is the inside of my car, and the first thing that we're going to check is we're going to check the values of both of those throttle position sensors that are in the throttle body. And if you have a Coyote swap car, you're probably going to have some kind of tuning device, and I have an SET tuning device. And then when you buy one of these, you're probably going to be doing data logs, and you can find those values for your throttle position sensor 1 and your throttle position sensor 2. So if you have the SET tuning device, you're going to have to download the live link, and the live link allows you to data log what your car is doing, and with live data. So you want to open the load, either a load config, or you want to open those values. And once you open those values, you can kind of compare TPS 1 and TPS 2. And you can also check your the voltage going from the accelerator pedal to. It's going to show you like the angle and whatever. So if you have a tuning device that allows you to data log, that's a good solution to use, a good tool to use. If you have a Mustang GT and it's stock and you don't have a tuning device or whatever, you can always go to your auto parts store and pick up one of these scanning devices that you just put in your OBD2 port. And the cheaper ones won't have the won't show you like data logging values and stuff like this. But this one I got at Harbor Freight. It was like $100 a couple years ago. I don't know what it is now, but I was able to look up the TPS 1 and TPS 2 on here, and I'll show you after I'm done talking. And I was able to look it up, and the problem with my car was the throttle body. It was those sensors were off in the voltage, so that ended up being my problem. And you can check it yourself if you have one of these scan devices. So I'll show you right now. I'll plug it into the OBD port, and then I'll show you those values. All right, so I just hooked up the scan device to the OBD2 port, and now I'm going to go to the parameters for the PIDs. Well, first I'll show you the check engine codes. And so I'll go to the codes that I had. So there's the P2135 throttle pedal position sensor, switch A, B, voltage correlation. So I think when I go to do the live data on this, it's going to show percentage rate instead of voltage. I don't know why it does that, but you can kind of see that the percentages are off. Here's the second code. It's P0223. There it is, and the P0122. So I'm going to go to live data. So it's the LD right there. And now it's just going to the live data. So I think if you press live data again, shoot. There we go. I want to do custom live data because I'm only going to pull the PIDs or the parameters that I want to see. I don't want to see everything. Okay, perfect. So I don't want fuel. I'm going to go all the way down to TPS. Okay, so I want TPS because that's TPS A. And then here's TPS B. And then I want to do the accelerator D and accelerator E. So then I hit live data again. And it's only going to show me those 4 parameters that I want to see, because right up here in the TPS, those 2 are the throttle body and these 2 are the accelerator pedal. So you can see right now I have the car in accessory. I don't have it running. And if I put my foot down on it right now, you can hear the throttle body opening and closing. So I can see those values without the car running. So, and you can see right now, if you look at TPS B and TPS, you can see that the percentage rates are not the same. So look at how it's 81% and then 46%. Those 2 percentages need to be the same. So in other scan devices, they're going to show you voltage, but for this one, it's just showing the percentage. And you can see how they're not the same. So those 2 values, as I depress the pedal down, those values need to be the same. So you can tell right there that I have a bad throttle body positioning sensor. And then if you look at the pedal, so the pedal is not depressed and it's in its upright position. See how both those values are not the same as well. So when I depress the pedal down all the way, they're not the same. Those need to be the same as well. So that tells me right there I have a bad throttle body, and I'm going to be switching that out. Alright, so if you do have an SCT device and you did download the live link for data logging, I'm going to show you really quick how to find those TPS values. So what you want to do is, once you open live link, you want to go to I want to data log vehicle. You want to connect your SCT device, which I did. Go to next. Connect to the port. Did. So I'm not going to start the engine, but it's in the accessory. So everything is on. So I'm going to check communication. And now it's going to see that the device is there. Okay, now it's there. Next thing you want to do is you want to hit vehicle info. And that is all correct. So now it's going to take a second and it's going to load all the values, all the PIDs. Alright, so once that loads up, you want to find all your PIDs and throttle. And once you go to throttle, I went and chose throttle angle actual and throttle angle desired. And that's either going to be a agree or disagree value. And on the very bottom, you're going to see throttle position sensor 2 voltage and throttle position voltage. So that's your throttle position 1 and 2, or A and B, I don't know, however they have it. So after you click your values, you want to go to config. And then you're going to basically going to hit start. So we're going to hit start. So now the time log starts and you're going to start getting values. So right down here, not even touching the throttle or the accelerator pedal, you can see the voltage between the throttle position voltage, which would be 1, and throttle position sensor 2 voltage. They're already off. You know, in the resting state, they should be the same, and they're not. And then here's the throttle angle desired and actual, and those are off as well. Alright, so I went to the Ford dealership and I purchased a new throttle body. And this one-handed. So here's the new throttle body, and we're going to put this in its place. And because right now I've got the old one just sitting here, and we plugged in the harness just to get those voltage values. Alright, so I got the new throttle body in the car, and you can see right now the voltage on 1 and 2 are just about the same. I mean, they're not going to be perfect, but they are, you know, just about 2.5 volts. I have the accelerator pedal halfway down, and then the actual angle and desired is the same as well. So that right there told me that it was the throttle body was bad. So you got the new throttle body in the car, and that was the issue. So hope this video helped you out. If you have any comments, questions, comment below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to Oxman Garage. So we'll see you guys later.